Hello, world! I'm Eire with Saturn's Edge, and you're watching more Persona 3 Reload, episode 38. I gotta admit, again, I said this last episode, we've come a long way. And I've done the announcements before about, the 1,000 views and all that stuff. Impressive work, but let's carry on instead of announcing that sort of stuff. In-game, let's talk for a minute. We have 1 week. Starting yesterday, but 1 week until the next full moon operation, okay? If you want, you could put a song to that. I'm pretty sure there is a song called 1 Week. I forgot who that was by. I'd have to Google that. Point is, in this episode, it's gonna be a lot shorter. It's gonna be a lot, just more faster paced, because I had to pick things up. And mainly because I didn't keep track of, how long the episode would be, if I did certain things, right? So, what I wanted to make, a 2-hour long, recorded, batch, right? To make 4 episodes actually became 4 episodes, but they have weird timing due to the pacing. It's a little strange, but, I can deal with it. It's nice. Anyway, we're starting off strong here. Maiko. That's right. We're finally doing Maiko's social link to get 1 more rank.
So, you know how it was my birthday the other day?
This was 3 weeks ago, by the way. Your birthday 3 weeks ago was definitely a thing, yeah.
Well, guess what? Mom and Dad both remembered.
Oh, that's actually adorable.
Really do care about me.
I really do love Maiko. I think she's just great. She's just... she's a kid. It's just... Thinking back on it, I've had thoughts like these when my parents were divorced, So it's, nice to see that sort of, an accurate representation of, kind of the mindset, that, a divorced, a child with divorced parents has.
Do it all the time. How come Mom and Dad don't get along anymore? I know. I'll just ask them why. If I know why, I can fix it and make it all better.
I was childish and kind of naive like that. I thought this was the case.
Wish me luck, okay?
Real talk here. This is exactly how a lot of children of divorce end up thinking. This is real. And I appreciate, 1, that the writing is, this good, especially for Maiko. But 2, that it's, so accurate, it makes me feel, even though I'm an adult now, right? Even if I've grown up long past that phase, it makes me feel seen, not for being, just naive or something, but, it makes me feel seen as a person because I had those same thoughts, That's such a really, nice little thing there. I love it. I genuinely appreciate the amount of work that was put into that, because it's just so, it's kind of a weird thing to, talk about, A lot of writing, when it comes to children, is either their parents are together, their parents are missing, they're an orphan, or a variety of other things, right? You very rarely get one that is kind of unique, but also realistic like this, where they are a child experiencing their parents' divorce, either in the process or it just already happened. And I think that's really cool. I love the fact that it's actually functioning like this. And especially when you consider that her arcana for the social link is the Hanged Man, it works really well. It really works well. I genuinely love it. Yeah. Anyway, this episode's gonna be just a lot shorter, a lot simpler, a lot smaller, because of that pacing issue, and I don't think I'll ever, I think I'm always gonna encounter some pacing issues in the future, I really am. But it's just gonna take a while to get past those, What can I really... Yeah. I'm kind of excited to be coming up on our next, full moon operation, because I think that's just gonna be really, cool to encounter and do. It's literally been a month, in-game, since we've had our last one. And, you got to see me nerd out over the, what is it? You got to see me nerd out over the priestess, And you got to see me really nerd out over the Emperor and Empress. Whatever's coming next, I'm going to actually put in a lot of time and research. I'm pulling out all the stops for this. Because I feel like it's earned, okay? If I get to nerd out during every boss fight, that would be heaven to me. Genuinely. Like, I would be in heaven to be able to pull something like that off. And to, like, talk about these things so in depth, because there's so many things to it. There's so many, like, little parts and pieces that you gotta really figure out and learn, you know? I'm a fan of that. So, that's why, whenever it's coming up here in the near future, I'm not only gonna take my time making the episode in order to do research and proper commentary on it, but I'm also gonna take, like, more time in the actual boss fight itself to really enjoy it. Because I have enjoyed the last few boss fights. They've been fun. Like, throwing a nice wrench into the works, but also being enjoyable and not annoying, you know? They're really fun. Alright, everyone gather round.
You've probably all heard already, but Miyamoto's knee is in bad shape. If you see him having a hard time, I want you to stop him immediately.
Stop that man.
That's it for today.
I want you to stop him immediately, right now. He shouldn't be doing this. Stop him now.
Let's grab a bite before we head home.
Ah, man. Kaz is great.
Sorry I needed your shoulder again. And I was the one who suggested we go eat.
Ah, it's alright. That's no worries, you know.
I'm sure you love lugging all this dead weight around, huh?
Yeah, see, I don't mind. That's, like, the correct thing. You know? It's polite.
Really? Well, I guess you haven't been complaining. I mean, I've always known you were tough. Sometimes when I go to my sister's to play with my nephew, I help him into the tub. Even though he's only 5, he's still pretty heavy. It must be hard having to do that every day. If I can't walk, then I won't be able to go to school or bathe by myself. I won't even be able to go to the bathroom on my own. And I don't want to do that to my mom. This all hit me on our walk over here with you helping me the entire way. Hey, let me know if I become a burden on you, will you? I'm not gonna hide anything from you. So I hope you feel like you don't have to either.
I stayed silent for this part because I don't want to talk over that specific part. I feel like it's important for Kaz and his development as a social link and as a person, as a character.
I feel guilty for making the whole team worry.
Because that's kind of the moment where it's like, oh, he really managed to piece it together now. Like, this isn't such a great idea, you know? I'll talk more in depth about Kaz in this episode just a bit later. But I really do love the direction they took his social link and how it all ties back to the Chariot tarot card. It's such a really cool thing. I just love all the little connections and all those nice little pieces and stuff, you know.
Nice one.
Oh, man.
Hey, so...
There we go. Just had to clear my throat for a second there. It's really tough for some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, there it is. Man, I love recording these. Oh cool, they have the same promo meal that they always do. I'm gonna go eat it. At this point, Wakatsu is probably just gonna be my go-to for buffing up knowledge. Mainly because it's the right mix of cheap but also efficient. But at the same time, I'm gonna try and find other better methods because this is not cutting it. It really isn't. No matter how close I think I get, I'm not close at all to getting level 4 in that. Ah, man. Oh, another rumor. I can hear people talking.
By the way...
Y'all are pretty loud. Shirakawa Boulevard.
Excuse me?
That's a name worth noting. Nobody would ever talk about that and it wouldn't show up in the story like this.
So, in this section,
Many theories about the author, Murasaki Shikibu. No, Shikibu. There's probably like emphasis in different areas as well, so I've got to be careful about that. I've noted that now, where like I gotta be careful saying like certain names here in the well, you know, certain Japanese names, or certain names in general, because there's emphasis in different places that I didn't realize, so different things are actually pronounced in, like, different ways. Again, it's a whole language I have to learn on my own, and I really should take my time with it to learn it correctly, so I'm not constantly messing it up here. It's about, I don't know, it's about romance, is the correct answer. I forgot what the phrase was that he just said.
well, the answer was pretty obvious.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, see, now I kind of get the phrase. I kind of remember the phrase. Make sure to read it correctly, based on the given context.
You're a lifesaver.
Yes, because I didn't know how to read. Oh, man. I just love stupid little, like, jokes like that. Just small jabs at something, you know? It's like, frankly, that wasn't even funny. But, like, being sarcastic like that in that circumstance is, like, kind of fitting. Like, make sure you eat steak with a fork and knife. Of course, I was gonna eat it with chopsticks. I was gonna eat it using a massive pitchfork. Should be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool, actually. Never mind. I might do that. Anyway, this episode, you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, this is when we hit rank 10 with Kaz. And I'd like to take some time to talk about him in depth.
My knee's not so good. Can't put too much weight on it.
Okay, then let's take an early break. You mind giving Kaz's leg a quick massage?
No problem. Let's see that leg.
Sorry. You're missing practice because of me.
Hey, don't be like that. This is for your nephew, right?
Still, I'm really sorry. Hey! Do you have a minute? There's something I want to talk to you about.
Alright, what do you want to talk to us about? Is it hitting rank 10 in just like 5 minutes here? No, but let's hear him out.
Actually, let's go somewhere else. I don't want anyone from the team hearing. Plus, it might take a while, so... let's go somewhere. Anywhere. Where do I even start? It's all a mess in my head. First things first. This is for you.
Sports tape.
My nephew gave it to me. He said it's a good luck charm. He gave me more than I'll ever need. And if you get hurt during practice, now you can tape yourself up. I wanted you to be the first to know. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna have surgery to fix my knee. I don't think there's enough time for me to recover by then, but that's okay. don't mean to pout or anything. I'm just trying to stop making selfish choices. I don't think it's right for the whole team to suffer because of my knee and my nephew. Even if I manage to win, I don't think I'd feel good about it afterward. Up until now, all I could think about was winning. But my eyes opened up after Coach grilled you about my knee. It was such an obvious thing. I realized I can't keep thinking only about myself. Winning still means a lot to me. That's part of who I am, and that's probably not gonna change. But for now, I'm not gonna worry about winning races. I'm gonna focus on winning back my health instead. Well, I can't exactly force myself to heal, you know? Anyway, I can't just keep asking for your help all the time. That said, thanks for everything you've done for me so far. Between practice and rehab, I'll have a lot going on. But I'm gonna kick butt, both of them. And someday, I'll kick your butt too.
Kaz, I think, has probably been...
I am thou. Thou art
Kenji surprised me and made me really invested. Odagiri I was already invested in.
the innermost power.
Kaz is the one that I wasn't invested in at all. I really wasn't. Not for a while. But no. Instead, after him being open with us, I got really intrigued. And man, I gotta say, even if it came out of nowhere, it came out of left field for me, in terms of like going from completely unsuspecting that this is the way the story was going to wow, this is like amazing, right? Even with the total like 180-degree change like that basically. Not instantly, but the change that I just didn't expect.
I'm gonna go tell my nephew what happened.
I loved it.
Go through rehab with him.
Kaz has a great social link, and it's one that, like, I really think is kinda cool. It ties him to an outside character that you don't know, which is his cousin. Not his cousin, his nephew. It ties him to his nephew. It gives him a motivation, but it also covers up, like, this, like, undertone that, like, he does want to win. And so, by saying that it's for his nephew, he's right. That was the original intention, but he's also putting a lot on the line by risking his physical health like that. And you saw it in 9, and you saw it in 10. He feels really bad about anyone else getting involved with his thing, his specific challenge, you know? It's really kind, actually, that he wants to separate it. And I'm glad that he's taking the time to, like, get this surgery. That way he doesn't have to become, like, this burden that he thinks he is now, you know? It also does things in an interesting way, where, like, there's a road to recovery. It's not just, like, for his nephew, like, he's permanently paralyzed, right? Or permanently, you know, any of that, right? Or struggles to walk or any of that. It's specifically, there's a road to rehab, and the nephew needs to take it. And Kaz wants to encourage him to do it, but Kaz also runs the risk of losing this thing. You know, of losing the ability to walk, to do anything on his own. It's really interesting for a social link concept, it really is. And tying into the Chariot tarot card and the Arcana and what it means, right? During the upright position, it means success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, focus. Some of these things Kaz clearly has. He's determined, he has willpower. But at the end of the social link, he learns control and self-discipline. He learns, like, not to, like, over-focus, like, hard-focus on this one thing. And throughout the social link, you have him deal with the reversed, like, like, the reversed keywords of his arcana. Obstacles. The big thing in his way. The big obstacle is that his knee is literally needing surgery. And rather than going around it, or trying to go over it, he's trying to, like, run through it and pretend it's not a problem, when it clearly is. The other reversed keywords include being forceful, no direction, no control, powerless, aggression. I wouldn't say he's powerless or aggressive, and I wouldn't say he has no control. He does have some direction, but clearly it wasn't aimed the right way. But forceful? Yeah, he definitely was. But now, he's better for learning his lesson, and he took his time to really learn it throughout the social link. Anyway, we're wrapping up this episode now. I've been Eire with Saturn's Edge. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Feel free to share. And, hey, I'll see you all around the next one, okay? Bye.